Good morning, Instagram and Facebook. We're going live this morning to cook my savoury muffins, so hopefully some people join in on the fun. Otherwise I'll be cooking by myself, which is totally okay as well. So I've got everything here ready to go. Hopefully you can see me. Getting a camera angle by myself is hard, but we'll get there. Alrighty, good morning, Art. I'm basically doing this for you, Art, so I'm glad that you're here. We've got a couple more people on the gram. Who have we got? We got Carmel and Sally. Art is here. Yes, I'm glad you're here, Art. We're cooking at 10 a.m. just for you. All right, and I've got my MacGyver setup going on with two phones, sticky taped with the Weet-Bix packet at the back of them. So I'll post you a photo of what that looks like later. It's pretty hilarious. It's why I'm a few minutes late, because it kept falling over. Good morning, Nick Parsons on Facebook. Can you hear me, Nick? Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear? Who else have we got? Good morning, Art. We've got a few people. The Practice Alpine. All right. I might wait for a couple more people to jump on before we get started, but is anybody cooking along with me? Does anybody have their ingredients and they're going to do this at the same time? Let me know if you are. And the other thing is, if you want the recipe, if you haven't got it already, all you need to do is jump on over to the website and you can grab it for free. It's part of the 12 free recipes that I've got live on the website. So the site to get them is my.dietitianapproved.com.au. /recipes, and you'll be able to download it there for free. Hopefully Coda's not too loud. It's garbage day here, and he likes to bark at the garbage truck, so hopefully he is quiet. All right, and Art has said, still at work, so sadly I can't cook along, but I have the ingredients. They're going to be made eventually. Good job. My phone's a little bit too far away from me, I can't read it. So yeah, Nick, can you hear me on Facebook? Can you let me know if you can hear? Because I've got a mic attached to Facebook and not one attached to Instagram, to see how that goes as a strategy. All right, so yeah. If you haven't got the recipe, that's how you download it for free. And these savoury muffins are delicious. The dogs ate our last batch last week that I made. So I'm keen to make them again so that I actually get to eat some this time. And yeah, they're currently here, but I'm going to watch them and not walk away from them this time. All right, so is anybody cooking along with me? Good morning, Core Concepts. Oh, you can hear me. Good. Thanks, Nick. Oh, no. Yep, that was my whole setup falling down. Definitely need a better setup than phones sticky taped together with cardboard on one tripod. All right. Good morning, Uncle Dean. Okay, let's see if this hangs on there. We're hanging on by a thread. I'll show you a photo of what it looks like later. It's pretty funny. You've got some Weet-Bix cardboard attached to the back. Funny. I might just lower this down a bit. Technology, hey? Trying to do things on the fly by yourself. Hopefully that doesn't fall down again, because surely that wasn't fun to watch. Okay. All right, let's get started. I've got everything here prepped and ready. It takes maybe like 10 minutes to get into a bowl. Hi, Janie. Happy birthday, Janie, for the other day. All right, and Melissa Klein's on as well. Okay, so fingers crossed you guys don't fall down. Uncle Dean, have you got the ingredients to cook along? Or are you just waiting to get some food inspiration through the phone? Because I can express post some down for you if you like, but it's probably not going to get there in time for your hunger. All right, so this takes honestly about 10 minutes. So let's get into it. Let's make my savoury muffins. Yeehaw! Bit of entertainment in isolation land. So we've got all the ingredients here. Each muffin equals one vegetable serve. So right now, while it's really key to be eating lots of like fresh, nutrient-rich food, these are a really good snack. And it doesn't look like Ali's online yet, but she sort of said that she's having a lot of snackcidents yesterday. So this one's okay to have a snacks in it on. If you end up eating sort of 2 or 3, that's fine, because you're ticking off 1 vegetable serve with each. And you're down again. This is not working. I might need to put you on the floor. How about we put you on the floor? Oh, I need a wing woman. How's that? That's a terrible angle, but that's okay. You can look up my nose. My MacGyver skills are not that great today. This is not working, is it? Sorry, team. It's not the funnest thing to watch. Pretty funny, though. Oh. All right, let's try and keep you there. I'm going to need stronger sticky tape. All right, you can't see anything. I hope this is entertaining for people. All right. We'll try. Try and get you a bit lower. Okay, let's see if you don't fall off there. All right. There we go. Take about 1 million. Okay, let's do this. All right, so let's make my savoury muffins. Take 3. Hopefully you don't fall this time. We've got all the ingredients that are prepped out and ready. It literally takes 10 minutes. We're going to chuck everything in a bowl, basically. Mix it up and then throw it in the oven. So, first things first, we're going to sift some flour into a bowl. So I've got 1.5 cups of wholemeal flour. Now, when you sift flour into the bowl, it's obviously going to leave all the wholemeal flakes in the sifter. And all you've got to do is just double check there's nothing random in there. There's nothing too, lumpy. And then you want to tip those wholemeal flakes in. Okay, so make sure you are doing that. So you can see them in there. We want that fibre, so chuck that in. All right, done. Now the next thing we do is basically put everything in there. So I'll put that to a side for a second. We want to chop up our spinach. So I've got 120 grams of baby spinach leaves, which seems like a lot, but when you chop it down, it basically turns into nothing. So kind of pile it up and then just roughly chop it. And you can do it like really thick if you like, or really fine. If you've got like littles that aren't really into eating greens, then I would probably encourage you to get it as small as possible so that they don't know that it's there. So keep scooping it into a pile, keep chopping. Good morning, Margie Lewis. How are you going down there? So you can already see that it's basically turning into nothing. Like the size of it's already halved. Crash. You're down again. This is definitely not working, is it? All right. Poppy here. Hopefully you can see me. Good times. All right, there we go. You can look up at my chin. Alright, so there you go. So it's kind of finely chopped. There's a few big bits, a few little bits. It's all good. Alright, so that's going to go in the bowl as the garbage truck goes past, and Coda Barks. Alright, so there we go. Flour, spinach. Next thing we need to do is grate the sweet potato. And so I've washed that. You don't want to peel it. You want to keep that nice fibre there. So don't peel your veggies ever. I don't peel anything. Carrot doesn't get peeled. Sweet potato doesn't get peeled. Potato, sweet potato, any of that. I don't peel pumpkin either. I keep all that fibre on there, and then we eat the skin. Like, there's no reason you can't eat the skin. So a bit of a home workout. Hopefully you guys can hear and see. Alright, that's pretty good. Tiny bit left, and that can go in as well. Alright, so that's about 150 grams of sweet potato. Grated in. Alright, and then we've got 100 grams of semi-dried tomatoes, so switch arms now. Yeah, I should have switched. I'm just going to get one big right bicep, hey Nick. So it's 100 grams, so you can go to the deli and just ask for 100 grams so that you're not buying extra to what you need, unless you want to snack on them. And so all I'm going to do with this is roughly sort of chop that up as well, so it's a little bit smaller. Art said I keep the skin on most of the time, if not always. Good job. It's because you're a dietitian, Art, so you've got mad skills in getting your fibre intake up. Alright, so roughly chop the semi-drieds. I hope nobody's expecting like chopping skills like MasterChef. Definitely not a chef. Don't have mad kitchen ninja skills other than what I've learnt myself. Alright, so they're sort of roughly chopped. They're not too small, like we don't want it to become a puree. And we still want like nice big chunks in there. And then we want to grab our feta and leave a little bit to sprinkle it on the top at the end. And we're just going to crumble the rest in. Good morning, Angelique Clark. Welcome to the Dietitian Approved Kitchen. I should have got you over here, Angie, to hold my phones for me. Alright, so that's all your dry ingredients. The one thing that I haven't added yet is a bit of baking powder. So we're going to add a tablespoon of that in, and you can sift it. Or just chuck it in, but yeah, it's a tablespoon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, tablespoon. Just in case there's any lumps, we'll sift that. Alrighty. Okay, now, so that's all the dry in that bowl ready to rumble. Looks delicious, lots of beautiful colour, lots of vitamins and minerals going in there, which is good. And a good way to sneak some extra veggies in for the little kitties as well. So now we're going to mix all the wet ingredients together. So I've got the spinach bowl from before. I'm just going to whisk a couple of eggs in there, just lightly. Just to get them to join together a little bit. Like that's it, 2 seconds. Oh, I probably can't see that. And then the milk goes in. So 180 mils of milk. You can use whatever milk you want. You could even use like almond or coconut if you wanted to, or lactose free. And then we need some olive oil as well. So I've got some nice extra virgin olive oil, and we need 30 mils. So I'm going to use the same tablespoon, which is 15 mils. So it's 2 of those. So mix that together just a few seconds. And then this goes into the dry. Now, we don't want to over mix it. Just mix it enough to combine it, and then that's it really. All right, so kind of gently fold. Shouldn't take too long. Just make sure there's no flour sort of sitting at the bottom. Mix that in. That's it. Done. So, there you have it. Savoury muffins, all mixed in, 1 veggie serve per muffin. So I'm going to just spray up lightly some muffin trays, just so they don't stick to the bottom. And then we'll spoon them in. So it does make about 12. And they don't rise a lot because it's mostly veggies. Like you'll see it's like pretty much just veg, right? Bit of flour to hold that together. Try and make them as even as possible. You can go back afterwards if they're not, but using a normal spoon helps with that. It keeps them relatively consistent. Relatively. Get all those last bits out of the bowl. Not too much left in there. So now if we need to sort of beg, borrow and steal from one to put in the other, make them relatively even, we can. So you want to make them even because then they'll cook more evenly as well. You can sort of build them into muffin shapes. There we go. And then the last bit of feta you've got that to crumble on the top, so you get like a nice bite of feta in each one. Carmel, who's watching, uses cottage cheese in hers, which just bumps up the protein as well if you wanted to do that. If you're going to add something quite moist like cottage cheese, you'd have to just reduce the milk volume though, so it's not too wet. Alright, there you have it. So now they go in the oven for 15-20 minutes at 180, and then you've got a delicious dietitian approved healthy snack. So here's what it looks like. Yeehaw! Looks pretty good. Alright, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Chuck a whole heap of veggies in the bowl, mix it together, and you've got a delicious, nutritious snack. So this is definitely something that you should have a go at and keep in the fridge to help with snacking at the moment, when I think we're kind of snacking more and we're snacking on more junk at the moment as well. So just try and fill your fridge or fill your pantry with healthy snack options so that if you're finding that you are checking out the pantry or the fridge a bit more to procrastinate, that you've got some healthy options right there in front of you, rather than just sort of reaching for chips and popcorn and biscuits and things that are quite nibbly and moreish, and quite easy to, I guess, just kind of keep eating until the packet's gone. So things like barbecue shapes, I think the sales of those sorts of snack foods have increased at the moment, just because they're quick, easy grabs while we're trying to work from home. But there's no reason you couldn't prep up something like this. It takes less than 10 minutes. And then you can do something else while they're cooking. And then you've got some healthy snack options. That's ticking off 1 vegetable serve per muffin. So really good bang for your buck. In a time when we need to be focusing on getting lots of nutrients into our life, help support our immune system, these are a great option. All right, I'm going to chuck them in the oven, and then I'll post up a photo of what they look like when they come out in 15 minutes. All right, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll express post some down to Sydney for you, Uncle Dean. And thanks for dealing with falling off my tripod a few times through the live. But, you know, whatever. Progress is better than perfection. All right, have a good day, team.